and welcome to Spice and Pans. Today we'll be cooking cashew shrimp. So let's start cooking. Now we're going to season our prawns as well as create a thin batter for this. I have with me over here 300 grams of prawns deshelled. Add in half a teaspoon of salt. Mix them up well first. If you are wondering what's the weight with the shell on, approximately between 450 grams to 500 grams with shell on. Alright, once it's done, you add in half an egg white from an egg. Put them in. Same thing, mix it up. Make sure they're coated. Next, we'll add in 4 tablespoons of corn flour. Put half of it first, mix them up. And then put the rest in. Same thing, mix them up again. You want to have a thin batter so that it will absorb the sauce better later. Once you're done with this, we'll set this aside and I'll show you how to make the sauce. To prepare the sauce, we'll need 140 milliliters of water. Add in 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 3 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. If you do not have brown sugar, you can always replace this with cane sugar or white sugar. And for that little bit of tanginess, we'll need 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar or white vinegar. Add them in. Give it a good stir and we'll set this aside. Now we're going to shallow fry our prawns. Make sure that your oil is hot enough. I'm using medium heat at this moment. Now in order to test whether the oil is hot enough or not, just a little bit of this batter, just dip it in. Right, it should rise up almost immediately, like this. Okay, that means the oil is hot enough. Now individually, we'll place the prawns in. Be very careful when you do this. Don't hurt yourself. We'll fry this until the prawns are light golden brown. Don't overcrowd your pan. We can do this in 2 or 3 batches, no problem at all. Let the crust form before you move them around. Now we can turn it to the other side. In case you're wondering how much oil to use, just make sure that the oil is able to cover up the prawns. The prawns are almost done. We just need to flip it to the other side to make sure that they are crispy on both sides. Right, something like this will be good. A very, very light golden brown. We don't need to overcook the prawns, otherwise it will not be juicy. Just remove the prawns from the oil and continue to fry the rest. I'll show you the next step after this. Now we're going to make the sauce. I've removed most of the oil, leaving about 2 tablespoons of oil behind. Add in 5 grams of ginger, minced up. Add in the white stems from 3 stalks of spring onions. Just put it in. I've split them into halves. 1 small red onion, cut into sizes like this. Put them in. Stir them around. Now we'll add in our garlic. 4 cloves of garlic chopped. Put it in. I'm using medium-low heat right now because my pan is very hot. But I just need to fry them until we can smell them. It's beautiful, the fragrance that's coming out from here. Right, now we're adding the sauce that we've prepared. Give it a good stir and pour everything in. We need to reduce the sauce to make it syrupy. But of course, along the way, we'll taste it to make sure that it's savory enough for our liking. I'm still using medium-low at this moment, but now we can turn it on to medium because my pan has cooled down a little bit. Bring this to a boil and keep stirring this. This is a very delicious dish that can go very well with steamed rice. Let this boil for a few minutes just to get all the flavors together. Keep stirring so that the liquid can evaporate faster. The sauce is almost done. How do you know whether the sauce is done or not? Just using a spoon. Dip it in. If it coats perfectly like this, that means it's good. Now we're adding our prawns. 70 grams of cashew nut baked. You can use roasted one, no problem. And the rest of our spring onions. Put them all in. Give it a good toss. Mix it up. Right, look at how beautiful this is. time for our lunch. And now the dish is done, let's have a taste. Smells really good. Let's taste this. It's sweet, a little savory, a little tangy. This is really fantastic with rice. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you like our video. Do click like on our video and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and now it's your turn to cook. See you, bye bye. Wow.